I think it's going to be one of the biggest fights in the UFC history. So I hope, cross the fingers, and finally, I will shut his mouth. And we are going to be in that octagon alone, and I'm going to maul him. I'm going to maul that blonde bitch. I'm going to do with him, I don't know, Maywa. It's going to be so fun.
Wouldn't surprise me if I end up fighting him next, but we'll just see what happens. Like, it's not up to me, it's up to Dana and Hunter and Sean Shelby who fights him next. That'd be amazing. I'd finish him. I'd love to be with 30 seconds left so I can change his face for 4.5 rounds.
Now remember, there's going to be no Jones versus Aspinall at Madison Square Garden, right? That was the big fight. That's when everyone thought. Ilia versus Paddy Pimblett, Madison Square Garden, November.
I mean, I think Paddy in a spot like that in Madison Square Garden, I can't see how that doesn't just. I mean, Ilia's, if he works it out on Saturday and gets that win and then he gets that fight, he's going to make some money. Like, they're going to make money doing that. And it's got such backstory. There's already so many clips of the two of them talking so much trash. The hand sanitizer boy, you know?
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
I don't call him hand sanitizer boy anymore. He's now El Chorizo. But, you know, that what I've just done to Chandler's after blueprint of beating him. He's even more of a midget than Chandler is. Like, I'll do the exact same thing to Ilia than what I've done to Chandler. But as I say, anyone can get it. All the names I mentioned.
If the UFC just like, hey, you know what, let's make the biggest fight we can in that division. You know what, we need to stop trying to hold this guy's hand because he's proven that he can beat guys in that top 5, top 10, and him just defeating Michael Chandler. So you know what, Ilia, you wanted a fight to really still get you, you know, the English fans and really just the UFC fans, because Paddy the Baddy is up there as far as notoriety, as far as fame right now in that division. So I like it, Henry. I think you hit the nail on the head.
So you prefer the Ilia fight?
I like the Ilia fight. Guess what? Winner is ultra popular now. And not only ultra popular, but has shown that they can handle that weight class and people there at the top of the division.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time. I think that it's going to happen. If you ask me, it's going to happen. I think that the people will love that fight because we have a history behind us. We have a rivalry since a couple of years. So it's going to be a great fight and a huge fight, I think. Everyone's gonna love that fight. Why? Because it's gonna be a real fight. It's not gonna be something like we just have to fight each other, we respect each other, but we have to fight. It's gonna be a real fight.
This was like years ago at this point, like, you know, when Topuria was obviously on his way up and Paddy was still fighting, you know, like jabronis or whatever. And, you know, I said that, like, if you put Ilia in front of Paddy, it'd be a mismatch and you might kill him. At the time, that was quite true. Not as true. I mean, I would still favor Ilia to win, but that's not nearly as true as it once was. Not even close.
The fight that would really make sense right now. Can I get a drum roll? Ilia Topuria. These guys had beef back in the day, and right now, the beef said, just listen to me, Kamaruddin. The storyline is there, bro. They're both stars in the UFC. You got the champ and Ilia Topuria. Then you got Paddy Pimblett, who he has to pick one fight. Remember, it's not. Remember, Kamaru, it's not just based on competition. It's not. If it was, it would go down the line. It's not. Remember, the UFC is an entertainment company. Who can entertain? Who's going to bring in numbers? That's Dana White, or should I say, Dana Green.
Mm-hmm. I want to see Paddy versus Ilia more than I want to see Topuria versus Islam now.
Wow, why? What is it about that performance?
I don't know. I think Paddy's style is, I mean, his character and it was just fun. And then they have some bad blood. I think there was some things that happened in the hotel, I don't know, maybe a year ago. And I think that would be a fun a fun fight. I think Paddy would. That would be a lot of fans would love to see that. They would be more excited. I think they'd be more excited for Paddy versus Ilia than Ilia versus than Islam. I don't know. I don't know if that fight's gonna happen, but I know if he wants to come up to 155, what better fight to make Paddy versus Ilia?
I think that it's like that. I think that it's gonna be even bigger, me against Paddy than me against Islam, because the one who that no one gives a fuck about him, that's Islam. No one gives a fuck. Even in Dagestan, when he's fighting, the people goes to sleep and they watch his fight in the morning. Even at home, who gives a fuck about Islam? Islam. He doesn't even know how to pronounce 2 words.
Interesting. Very interesting. Ilia Topuria and Paddy Pimblett, they have a history together. They have video of them kind of going back and forth, almost getting into a scrap. I think that would be interesting. When you've put yourself into this position and you've established yourself as a star, and when you've proven to the UFC and to the fans that you are never going to be in a boring fight, then, my friend, you have a lot of options.
Yeah, he said something about Georgia.
Oh, he said something about your country.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said, like, now I understand why the Russians are bombing Georgia or something, like putting bombs in Georgia. And
whoa.
I'm like, bro,
whoa.
Don't joke with that.
Yeah,
you can joke about me. Say whatever you want to say about me. Whatever. He's a mushroom. He is this. He is that. Don't talk about war because you don't know how is it.
Right. That's a crazy thing to say.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
I only share with you, while we can't quite agree on who's next, we can consensusly agree that there's only one more. Paddy's going to fight one more time, and we are going to come out with the right performance, and we are going to demand a world title fight, and they're going to give it to him. He is one fight away from showing the world is he really as good as he says he is. And Daniel, he might be.
We've got history, you know what I mean? You don't even need to like sell that fight, it sells itself. Like 2 people who genuinely dislike each other. You don't really get that. We haven't seen that since like Khabib and McGregor. Right. 2 people who actually hate each other, because I hate him, you know what I mean? I wouldn't even want to finish him fast. I'd want to finish him with a minute left in the fight after I've elbowed him 700 times, you know what I mean? I'd want to disfigure him. I'm more motivated when I'm like that, especially the fact that everyone thinks I'll lose. You know what I mean? Everyone thinks that I'll lose. 9 out of 10 people probably think he'll knock me out, and I love proving people wrong. It just gives me this warm, fuzzy feeling inside, just making people eat their own words. I can't be booked with anyone else now. That's simple as that. I am fighting him next.
Yes.
And I am going to take his little head off for him.
For sure, he needs to win one more fight because there are more contenders in the division that deserve the title shot before him. So if he wins the fight, he puts himself in a position where he can fight for the title. I will give him the opportunity to fight for the title because we have a history behind.
There is a couple good fighters that I would like to fight. We'll see. So what they're gonna offer me? I need a good name, big name. Paddy, he looked very good on his last fight. He just beat Michael Chandler, and he has a 6 or 7 win streak. He never lost in UFC. It makes sense. So to get back and like to get more fans from UK, I want to fight as soon as possible. So maybe he wants to fight at the end of this year, but I want to fight this summer and then at the end of this year.
Sarukian, you can go and weigh in as an alternate again, you little